I can't hear anything with the air conditioner. I gotta turn off the air conditioner. It's too loud. Turn it off. Oh. Oh, it's a little bit better. Now it's hot though. Hey, I'm Eric. This is my game, The God Killer. I'm making a game. It's coming along. Here and there it's starting to look like a real thing. Like a thing you might want to play. Here and there I actually do enjoy little playing bits of it. And I don't feel like like it's going to be a boring game at all. I think it's going to be good. I'm going to demo it to you in a second. There's an interesting thing where I think a bunch of light mapping on a whole bunch of new geometry that I had just completed overnight. So I'm going to see like how it looks when the light mapping is correct. So we'll both be seeing that for the first time. It's a lot darker. I'll show it to you. With the slides. So I've not really added lighting inside this area after I put a big roof over the top of it. Waiting for the CPU to calm down a little bit. A constant struggle with that. So it's really dark, but it's like appropriately dark, because what I did is there was this very large level, and I just dropped a ceiling on top of it for the first time, and it wasn't immediately dark because the light map hadn't finished calculating. And then I just went to bed, and the next day I see a really dark place. Now there's a little light here that I think is coming through from way up above, although that doesn't quite make sense to me. I'll have to check out that a little bit more. Oh, I think it's coming in, okay, from the next room. Okay, but this is like really stark lighting. I'm appreciating it, actually. It's been so much time I spent looking at the same shades of kind of pastel green and blue, that a little break from all that is quite welcome. Even though this isn't the actual lighting that I want for the starting level, I want it to be a lot more friendly looking. But what the heck, it's an experiment. I can check it out. I can see what this type of look is going to appear like when I do add something like this to other levels. And I quite like it. I like this idea. You're just walking around in the dark, and you've got M, that's the main character. Her trail is lighting up bright red behind her. Looks good to me. The bloom that I've got going, it's a post-processing effect on these lights over here. Looks extra good in darkness. And the light that's peeking down from the ceiling looks pretty cool too. So I'll go ahead and explore the level a little bit more, just to demo it. Because I start these sessions off, these live coding sessions, with a demo, so that if you just really don't care about the coding part of it, I mean, it's staring at text and figuring out logic and listening to me mumble a lot while I figure things out. If you're not into that, I couldn't blame you. But you can always just catch the first 5 to 15 minutes of these videos just to get the demo part of it. So I am looking forward to a certain effect where I actually walk to the top part of this level, and the lighting should change extremely abruptly. Oh, that contrast, I love it. That contrast looks good. This is the first level of the game. A thing that would be different about the actual game is that those hands that you saw floating around at the beginning, they would be following you around, and they would be talking to you. A voice would emanate from those hands, and it would explain just a tiny little bit about the world. No cutscenes. I friggin' hate cutscenes. So you do all this walking around and have a little bit of exposition from this character, a little bit of tutorial type stuff. Oh, is this it? Is this the one? This is it. And then you'd walk up here, and there's some more stuff that would keep going. Here's the view looking down to where we were. And one thing I don't like, and I don't know how hard it is to fix this, but the lighting is not consistent. So we were just down there, it was all dark. From up here, it's like we've gotten too far out of range of the renderer or something like that, and it is applying that dark lighting, but only to this area just kind of right beneath the main character. And all this like green stuff over here, that should be dark too. So I don't quite get that. Like there may be a lighting setting I need to tweak with. It might be something I have to cheat, or it might be something I'd be better off cheating, like putting some kind of like portal type effect underneath, or even like a dark translucent texture over the top of it to make it stay dark. I don't know. I'll have to play with some different things there. But this top level right now is completely empty, and it's large, and there's like 3 or 4 more story type events that will happen on it. And then sort of the last part of the tutorial, you won't see any of these edges that I'm walking around. They're kind of an off game area. But the last part of the tutorial is that you will return to this space, and there'll be like the equivalent of a, God, it's really large. There'll be an equivalent of a diving board. I mean, you won't do flips off of it, it won't have spring to it, but you'll walk up these steps, and it'll extend over the top of this, and you'll just go ahead and you'll just drop down. You fall straight down in the middle, and way down there at the bottom, there will be a tiny little platform that'll catch you, and you'll continue on your way. And it'll prove a concept of the level, which is no distance is too great to fall. So, yeah, really digging, just getting a break from the old color scheme and trying out this dark one, which is maybe more in line with the lighting I wanted in one of the different themes. Not this theme. This theme is called Purity. It's like a color scheme and a collection of aesthetics that go together. And I wanted it to look just nice, simple, friendly, basic. And in the dark, it looks a little more menacing. But that's not the intended effect for this level, but it's still kind of nice. Nice to see something different. And know that it's going to work well, this type of lighting combined with like the bloom and everything on the bright lights when I want to use that later. That's a weird thing you can do that is maybe made a little more obvious by this change I made. So when you hold down the shift key now, it gives you an idea of where you can fling to. That's those moves where you fly as far as you can go in one direction. And now you can see the fling ray going to the east and not stopping at the rail at the end. It keeps going up the stairs, following the slope of the staircase. So that will give a new player a clue that they can fling up steps and use it kind of as a ramp to jump off to other areas. The fling rate stops when something's in its way, or if it goes off into infinity, it'll kind of sputter out, and you'll know you can't fling that way. So I'm just being a tiny bit self-indulgent now. So there's a few things here that are nice for me. Like I said, the color scheme, but this is also the first level that I made where I tried a little bit harder to make final aesthetics on it. So it looks a little bit better than some of the junkier levels I've made before, which were just testing out different concepts. So I'm being a little self-indulgent by looking through it right now. But I'm going to stop, because that doesn't pay off. What happens is you start missing the flaws after a while. If you just keep on sort of like, wow, my stuff looks cool, and you keep looking and playing with it and not actually doing any work against it, you're just like sort of celebrating what it appears to you like in this moment. A little bit of that's okay, but too much, it'll just blind you to things that are kind of crappy. Like these shapes here, they look neat, but I know they could be better. I started off, I made like some Tetris shapes. They were just supposed to be like demo shapes to test out this feature of decorating the walls automatically. And there's things like I see the same L repeating twice, and if I'm honest to myself, it doesn't look that good. The other thing is I had a certain vision for the decorations on the walls, and it's not really fitting it. So this type of decoration really belongs on a different theme, and it needs some more shapes to be thrown in so that there's a little more variety. Seeing like an L right next to another L like that, I don't know, it just doesn't look that good. And even like the shapes are maybe a little too simple. Like having them look exactly like Tetris blocks, like it almost looks like I'm trying to call out to Tetris, and I'm really not. It just, on one day I created those shapes, and you know, there they are. So those are the kind of things like I don't want to go blind to by doing this sort of like, ooh, isn't my stuff cool kind of evaluation. So on this session, I'm just kind of wrapping up the little demo of this current status here. I'm gonna sink into some actual development work right next. In this session, it's going to be oh, I think I didn't update my OBS yet. I'll do it right now to indicate what I'm actually working on. So you're going to see the text up at the top of the screen change to be what I'm actually going to work on in this session. First I'll fix the date, and then I will change it. I'm going to work on my subtitle system. I'm going to work on my new subtitle system, brand new. There are many subtitle systems, but this one will be mine. There will be some features about it that are unique to this game. I didn't want to go in the asset store and get one because I felt like this was like functionality that isn't that hard to recreate, and there are things I want to do with it that are specific to my game. So that's what's coming up for the next couple hours. It's going to be subtitle system. I hit the unplay on the Unity, head over to my source code now. Close tabs. I got too many tabs. The human mind is only prepared to deal with so many tabs. Spinny, spinny, spin. Okay, you're done. Thank you. Are you done? You're done. You're done. Okay. Now you're still spinning. Why are you still spinning? You don't need to be spinning anymore. Don't be a force quit situation. I don't want him to be force quitting. I'm not asking to do too much here. I just want to write some code. Thank you. Jesus. That was way too long for I don't know what reason. Okay. Close the tabs. Close all the tabs. All of them. Every single last one. And get to leave the editor folder. And I need a different name for this. Not aesthetics. I don't know. I guess I could go with view. It might just be a kitchen sink. One of those deals where I'm just waiting for to create enough things that are all the same type of thing that it's worth making another folder for it. So in this case, the hands stuff could definitely go in a new folder. The thing that, dialogue. There we go. This is where it would go. Subtitles. All right. So here I'm going to think out my design a little bit. I want this to be just a pure view component. Don't want to have any game logic in here. I want it to be presentational. So things you should be able to do with it. Set latest subtitle, this latest line, add subtitle text line. When you do, you can specify color, slot. So I've got like a mock-up I made this morning at Starbucks. I can't bring it over here to show it easily, but it's kind of like, actually I could just make a new one real quick. So let's grab a quick little screenshot. It's more the right aspect there. Okay, take that. So I want to have font appears down at the bottom. I want it to be much smaller than this. Let's go so I really actually hate subtitles in games. I might even default them to be off. The issue I've got with them is you ought to be able to get the information you need from the voice-over performance. Actor ought to be speaking clear enough that you can just hear what they're saying. Now, there's still reasons to have subtitles. That's a terrible idea. I'm writing some example text. Okay. There's still reasons to have subtitles. Localization is one. So if I don't want to record audio for every single language this might be released to, then subtitles save the day. So, thinking about if I want the latest text to be on top or underneath. Making a fake dialogue. I'm making this one a little bit longer to reflect some kind of realistic amount of dialogue that I might decide to show on the screen all at one time. Okay. So this one, when M speaks, the text will always be in the middle. And it will be the same color as her hair. Red's her color. She gets it by herself. No other elements in the game get to be colored red. The text will have a black outline around it. And it should be I think it should be a brighter color. Whoops. No, that's fine. Yeah. Say it should be a brighter color because what will happen is there'll be like some room that's got a more mid-tone type of coloring than I want to show up well. Okay. The other reason to have subtitles is some people just don't feel good without them, or they like to play in situations where they can't have the volume up very loud, or let's face it, the actors that I get to record the lines, they may not be 100% articulate all the time. I mean, not articulate, the enunciation might not be 100% clear all the time. or people may have a different threshold of understanding and rely on subtitles more than I might when I was listening to the dialogue. So when I direct the voiceover sessions, I'm really going to try to get very, very clear speech to support a default of having no subtitles at all. Okay. So now I'm thinking I'm going to show like a couple lines at a time. I think the way that this works is that's going to be the most intuitive is if I say that the more recent text is no, I'm kind of flipping back and forth between two ways. So here it would be the most recent text is on the bottom. How does chat work? Chat works like that, doesn't it? Now I'm like so full of doubt. Sending chat message 2. Okay, so that's like the chat way. That's like one way that might be more intuitive to some people. The other way is, I'll call it the book way, which is you read down, so therefore it makes sense for newer text to be below. So right now I've got chat way. Another thing that can happen with this is multiple characters could be talking at one time. Let me add in one more. Okay, so I want to do something too where there's something like channels of text, and come up with some kind of default positions. Alright. So let's duplicate that. I think probably 5 channels is a good number. It would be rare. It would be rare for me to want more than that. What's a channel? A channel is a center point for text from one character to appear upon. And I can choose which channel to use for displaying the text based on where the speaking character is on the screen at the time that he speaks, he or she. Now M will always be in the middle, so she'll always get the middle channel. But if the God hands float off the left side, then I can pick whichever channel is closest to their screen X coordinate and use that to display the text. And then if the hands move to a different place, I don't move that other text over to the new channel, but the next time that character speaks, their text would go in like whichever channel is closest. So I'm still trying to picture in my head which I like better. So imagine it goes like this. I'm going to take off that. So first M says, "That's a terrible idea." Then but the text would have been up a little bit, and then another character in the room says, "I agree," and the text shifts down, and the latest text is up top here, is on top all the time. And then God says, this latest thing, "You think that now, but just wait for my explanation." The other 2 texts just keep floating down. And I think we've got room for like maybe 3 lines before it starts getting to be crazy text. That might be the right amount of space to use. Let me go ahead and I'll center "I agree" on a channel. These far channels, if the text is too long, it'll just move them in so that the text fits. Boy, there's a lot here. That's a lot of presentation code to write already. Okay. So going back to my design, let's call this channel. Okay, I want color constants based on characters. I think subtitle pane gets add text, no, add line, text, color, channel. Huh. I guess it would be good to encapsulate the logic for picking a channel. But I can add that like in a second round. Like there's a lot to do here already. So it'd be smart if I keep it simple to begin with. And then maybe clear. Then some constants for number of lines. And then once I have it up and going, I can play with whether I want them to be added to the bottom or top and stuff like that. Okay. So let's see. I gotta think about the representation of it too. I mean, like the game objects that make it work. I should probably play with that a little bit before I start writing too much more here. So I know how to make 3D text. I'm not sure how to make like a text that overlays over the top. There used to be this thing called GUI text, position text, with screen coordinates. Okay, world to screen point, that's one option. I think GUI text is obsolete now. Okay, this is probably what I want. I don't want to watch a whole video though. Okay. Okay, this seems like I'm on the right path with this. Well, there's a lot here. One bad thing about this is it's just called text. It makes it hard to search for it. I just wanted some code samples. Unity text code example. Q. Alright, so you got a load of font. Create a game object for a canvas. Okay. Okay, cool. This looks quite promising. So let me start by just creating this game object. Let me just see what happens if I just create it in the editor instead of with code. Canvas scalar. Graphic raycaster. What does that do? I kind of understand what the other two do, but what's the graphic raycaster do? I don't think I necessarily need this yet. Maybe I do. Okay. So let me try adding text to it. Interesting. So when I add a new game object to something with either canvas or canvas scalar, it automatically gets a rect transform. So it's already thinking in 2D here. Let me add a text like that source code did. Okay. That's a good color. Let's make this big. Okay, I'm just like seeing if I can get it to show something at all, and I'm blundering a little bit here, but that's a good way to learn things too. Alright, let me add the graphic raycaster. I don't quite understand it, but it might have something to do with success or failure. Sort of seems like I should be able to see something. I mean, I'm only just having the usual amount of luck here, which is not, I don't expect things to always work right away, but I think I've done everything right. I'm sure there's something I'm forgetting, but it looks at first glance like I've done everything. Okay. Aerial, alignment. I guess I can check alignment. They said center. Let's do center. Maybe it's truncating. It was truncating. Okay. So there's some kind of other thing going on. Width and height. So if I do 500, there we go. So that's how it's done. kind of the best way to build this out. Also, I really did want an outline around my font. Because right now it looks great, but as soon as I go to a light colored background, it's invisible. It's pretty much impossible to find like one color that's just going to work well all the time. Maybe it has something here. Nope. Okay, so let me check. Okay. I didn't notice this. It's hard to see if there actually is an outline there. There is. There is. Maybe that's good enough. I can do more with the effect distance. It seems to help. Okay. I think I figured out that part. Okay, so I'm starting to get the gist of this. This is going to be a pool. So let me call this it's going to be subtitle pane. And call this text 1. Can I do something like 100%? You do percents? Like HTML? No, you won't. Okay. I could make it just really freaking large, right? I could go $10,000. The thing that's bugging me is scaling of all this. So let's set this down to 30. Suppose, let's see, what if I just say I'll do all the positioning myself? Trying to feel like I can get this to a place where programmatic control of it seems easy. Like I need to be able to predict where this thing is going to show on the screen. I need to be able to say it's going to be down the middle track, or it's going to be, you know what could make it a lot easier? A lot easier is if I gave up on the channels, at least having 5 of them. I just said I'm going to have 3 of them, and they're going to be middle, left, or right justified. So if I could set the width to the screen size on this rect transform, I'm sure there's some way I can figure out my screen size. Same with the height. And I say you go on the bottom. And you either go, here, let's probably a little closer. Okay, you either go left, middle, or right. Those are the choices. That wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be bad at all. Can also kind of add a margin. Well, I think I can add the margin here. Yes, I can. So if it's on the right, I can add the margin in with that -10 or whatever I want my margin to be. If it's on the left, I can go the opposite way. Okay. And I want there to be a pool of lines. Here, let's call these. Line 1. So I might as well make a prefab out of it. Alright, I think it's all here. So Stop it. Okay, subtitles. Subtitle line. Okay. So then in my code, let's see if I can build this yet. If I can build it, and I'll just add it to my game object. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. No, you don't. Oh, you don't. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Okay. Subtitle. Pane. Here you go. Alright, let me just save this and get out of it. Subtitle mark. Because on this machine, it seems like I need all the CPU I can get. You know what I'm wondering though? If it's not GPU that I'm starved on. Because I know OBS uses GPU. I know Unity uses it. If that were true, then all my builds and compiles would be going fast too. I don't know. Okay. Did you friggin' add in the... Okay, thank you. So then... I don't really need to hold on to this. Do need... Okay. Don't need that. Don't need any of this. You know, actually I don't need any of this stuff. Because I did most of my setup in the editor. So I do need to create my lines. should do a little better. I'll get text. Text. It's called text. What's wrong with that? I think it was like maybe like that. That's it. Okay. So if I get text, will I have everything I need? That's the question. So I won't be able to, I don't think I'll be able to turn it off and on. If I disable text, I guess that does. Is that a good way to turn it off and on? Something tells me it's not. Yeah, alright, that doesn't feel clean. So, what I should really do is maybe... No, it's a component, so I should still be able to get like the transform and everything from it. Yeah, I'll just store this text component. That's fine. I always like to pay attention to these. Okay. Line transform. Okay. Set the parent. Okay, so I'll start out with all of them hidden. I don't think I need to keep any state beyond those lines. I don't think, at least right now it seems that way to me. Maybe a little bit of state. So let's say I say just thinking about subtitles in real movies. Maybe I'm making it too complicated. The real movies, they just show one. Also, I have no idea why it went all black like that. Whoa. Really? So that's where it keeps the canvas in scene space? Feels like some kind of warning to me. Interesting. Okay. Oh man. So tired. So tired. I shouldn't be this tired. I'll delete this guy. There. I closed down Photoshop, but now I feel like I want to look at it again. I think I might be making it too complicated. I don't have time to do every single thing like that, and I was already kind of against subtitles in the first place. Because, you know what? I could be done with this in this session. I could be done with subtitles in this session. Wouldn't have to be a whole, I've called a system. Just using the word system to describe something is already a mistake. If it could just be done really fast and quick. Now, in a movie, it shows you one, with exceptions, it shows you one character's subtitles at a time. So all I gotta do is just put one friggin' thing. Come on. Just put it right in the middle in a known place. Set the font size kind of small, like about this size. Make it be one line always. I can see adding colors to it. I think I'll keep the idea of colors. It'll be centered, and it'll just go all the way out to the edges. Now, a regular movie with subtitles, that works. You can have a whole bunch of dialogue too. It's not that hard. I think that's fine. And it might work kind of like this, which would be ideal for me. Most of the time, the player doesn't look at the subtitles. They're listening to the audio. And then maybe they didn't quite catch a word, so they glance down at the subtitles, and then that problem is done away with, of missing words. So then that's not that bad. Okay. That's what I'm going to do. Real fucking simple. Real simple. I'm going to be done with this in this session. It's not going to be a system. It's just going to be a feature. It's going to be a little friggin' feature. It's going to be done. I'll move on to other stuff that is maybe more important. No justification. There is no justification for this text. And it's just set line. And there's no prefab. There's no prefab. There's no pool. There is initialization for the screen size. That does still need to happen. There's none of this crap. There's going to be subtitle text. One line. This goes away. See how much simpler this is getting? all this is going to do is set text, object, text equals text, text object, color equals color. Done. Maybe. Sure got a lot simpler. Let's see. I want to bind this. So let's say or even just text. That. And let's put this prefab back in here. I don't know why it went like completely dark in there. I don't understand that. That's not good. Might have to diagnose that problem. So I can set this, put that in the middle. Oh, come on. Come on. Okay. So if I hide this, does my lighting go back to something normal? No. No, I guess it didn't. Text. If I set this really large, does it affect anything? It probably will. Width-wise, it doesn't matter. So it could be really large. Let me set it to the size of somebody's 8K display. Alright, but the height will have to change based on the size. Truncate. Oh, I could do that kind of thing. Nah. Alright, save that. I'm just kind of weirded out by this lighting thing here, so I just want to hit play and see if it'll clear up on its own. It's just a kind of a strange thing, have the lighting changing so much on me. At the start of this stream, I was saying how I thought the new nighttime lighting looked really cool. Is this the extra nighttime lighting? I don't know. Is this like midnight? Well, this looks kind of back what I was seeing before. Oh, it's greener though. Weird. Huh. Not sure if what I saw at the beginning of the stream was the true lighting and this is the weird thing, or if it's the other way around. Like this is really how dark it should look. One thing I do like that I'm seeing is the shader I've got, when it's extra dark, it adds white outlines around things. That's a pretty nice effect. Alright, not to be self-indulgent. That seems like that could be some kind of anomaly. It might clear up on its own. It just started. Sometimes after I unplay, sometimes after I unplay it starts going back to some kind of normalcy. It's the compound viewed from the outside. Okay, enough of that. I want my subtitles to go, and they're there. Okay. Oh, I don't get that lighting thing, but not one thing at a time. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. Okay, so let me get the Unity. Set text height to match screen. Yeah, that topic there. Maybe this will tell me. It feels like everything I need to do should be inside of these objects. Like I shouldn't have to explicitly set anything. So let me just play with them a little bit more. It's this anchor stuff. So if I set that, don't need that. That'll update in a bit. Do I need this? Graphic Raycaster script. What do I need that for? I don't think I need it. I think it was for something else. Let me just yank it. Constant pixel size. Scale with screen size. Let's do that. Okay. Let's just change my options here. Oh, you know, it gave me a reference resolution. So that means here I should be able to say my height is 600. Maybe? Say my width is 800. My position zero. Or I could do position here, set my height to, I think height is, that might be a red herring. What if I do this? No, you want literal pixels here. I wanted it to be scaled pixels. This is like down 500 pixels on my screen, but I was hoping it would scale by this container. This is such a common task. I would think it's got to have been asked and answered a million times. It's this vertical. Alright, I gotta ask him the unsophisticated boy how to put subtitle on bottom. Oh, yeah, that one. No answer to that guy. Least boring way. I'm gonna do mine the boring way. Unity line text to bottom of screen. I could stick with my regular thing, or my first idea. Let me see how that works. So screen width and screen height. Just keep it simple for now. Text, object, screen. Okay. What? Oh, it's the rect transform. Okay. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, it's only a getter. What about... So I did that. I did that. God, what am I missing? There's something just kind of fundamental here. So it feels to me like the height of this should really be the area that I want to display inside of, which would make it kind of, okay, 200 it says. Oh, I got position at 500. Let's set that to 0 or 10, 100. Weird. Weird. Okay, so if I maybe that value that I'm giving it for y is being subtracted from the bottom because of the orientation I've got. So if I do 150, is it going to come up a little bit? Yeah. Okay. I think I got it then. So my height can really be 100. No? 50? 70? 60? That seems pretty good. Okay. Font size. Let's go a little bit smaller. I hope this scales. 20. So if I go like this, does the text get... No. Oh, it does. The text gets smaller, it centers. Okay, all good, all good. Okay. Good. I don't like the lighting. The lighting is upsetting to me, but other things are fine. So what else do I want to test or add? I don't need this anymore. That's good. Do I want the text to disappear on its own after a bit? I think I want that text to disappear after audio finishes. Don't need this. This is really getting just brutally simple. All right. Okay. Let's do that. So when it starts up, I'll do my favorite singleton trick. Make everything static. Oh, but I can't if it's a mono behavior. Okay, but these guys, yes, I can make them static. Okay, so now to test it out. Hola, Rosing Girl World 945. How do you, what's a good way to pronounce your name? No, you're a bot. You're a bot. I know a bot. I know a bot. Oh, you're such a bot. I'm gonna have to ignore you. I'm sorry. No, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Stupid bot. Okay. Subtitle pane. Set text. What do you mean you're not? Yeah. Oh, because I did private on these. That won't work at all. So, if time divided by 3,000 percent 3,000, so every 3 seconds. No, it's a percent. 2 equals 1. What? It does. It does. Oh, set line, I'm wrong. Set line. So it should just change the text back and forth. Okay. Okay. So let's say int. I don't know, I'm getting the feeling that this is somehow accurate lighting. Let me see. Okay, so if I take off the top room so I can see inside. Yeah. It's pretty dark in there. Actually, I can put that top room back on. Okay. And that new light I just made. Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at and why are you not snapping? You've got snap on. Oh, because I had that. Okay. There's some weird stuff going on here. So let's set you up to 0. There we go. I don't really want it to be so crazy as all that. So maybe if I just... Come on. Let's give it a little bit of light in this room. Maybe that's all I need. Maybe it was actually showing me the correct lighting inside and it just looks like ass because it needs lighting. Intensity, let's go up to 1. Let's go up to 1.5. And trying to make it inviting. I don't know, that greenish color is not right. You want sort of a, the whole thing should just look pleasant. It might be that it's just, I don't know. Let's go a little darker. Just call it good with that. That's not even the thing I'm actually working on. Just couldn't abide what it looked like. So let's hit play, see what actually happens with the subtitles, which are the real thing. If anyone was watching this stream like in a tutorial fashion to learn how to make subtitles, I'm sorry. I don't know who would ever watch this. I don't know what the point of watching this stream would be for anyone. Okay, who's there? A little bit later. Should switch to knock knock. Maybe my math was wrong. You can see the outline on the text is gone all screwy. So it seems like I'll need to put lighting on the inside as well, which is fine. You know, it'd be cool though. Get some lampposts in here. Some really cool looking lampposts. That would be a fun way to do it. Just kind of old timey type stuff. Oh, you know the other thing that's missing that I took off that would have changed it quite a bit? I took off the level decorations kind of by accident, and they had bloom on them. Bloom was probably emitting a whole bunch of light. That must have been what happened. Anyways, that lighting, I can figure it out. Okay, so I want to fix this outline problem there. And I'm a little bit worried because I suspect that the outline effect does not scale. So if I go over to my game view here, no, it's screwed up there too. That's actually a good thing. So let me see if I can just fix it. Is it on the text? It's on the text. Okay. So try two. Does that look okay? Hard to say. No, it looks bad. It looks like the best I can do with that is probably 1. I could change the text to bold, see if that does something better. Not really. So I think I'm okay with that. As long as it's legible, it doesn't have to look amazing. So let me come back to this. So I divided time. Should be 3000 F. That might have been a problem right there. So divide time by 3 seconds. and then I say modulo that by 2, which should give me a value 0 or 1. Depending on how much time has elapsed. Maybe that F there would have fixed it. I don't know. That divided by 3,000. Oh, you know what? I'm being stupid. I was thinking this was milliseconds. It's not milliseconds. It's seconds. So that'll fix it. I'm almost certain. Okay. Come back to this baby. So that's an interesting thing I may have learned about Bloom. It seems to add more than just that little aura effect around the bloom part. It seems to project light further out into the world, like in a 3-spacey way. I thought it was kind of like a 2D effect applied with 3D input, but I don't know, I might be talking on my ass too. Like, I could turn I could add the effects back in and see if suddenly the lighting went back to normal, or normal-ish. Okay. So it feels like maybe the text would be in the right place, except there's an error in the bottom. Oh, I got my scale set wrong. Let me fix the scale here. There we go. That outline effect is terrible. It is god-awful. They do it by just taking 4 copies of the text and offsetting them a little bit. It's a very unclever way to make an outline. And it's got gaps around the edges and it just looks bad. Okay, so I'm gonna go outside to see what the subtitles look like there. So this is where that outline looks horrendous. It just like results in really kind of blurry, gross looking text, like a bad JPEG encoding or something like that. It just looks terrible. Okay. Is there a better way to do it? I know there is. Is there an easy, better way to do it? Alright, I figured out most of the things I need to figure out. I don't want to use Text Mesh Pro because it's going to be like a 3D world text thing. But maybe I got it wrong. Maybe I got it wrong. Alright, so this guy, he's obviously affiliated with Text Mesh Pro. But I already got Text Mesh Pro in my project and I like it. It's done quite well for me. He's bragging about the performance. Let me see. Use Text Mesh Pro with Canvas. Can I do that? Let me just see. Let me just see if I can just add a new game object. Let's call this one text 2, and I'll copy these properties over. Okay. Let's hide this other one so I don't get confused. Now if I add Text Mesh Pro text, oh, there's another one here for UE. Let me try that one. Huh. Oh, up here. What have I done? Okay, it seems like I'm kind of getting close to the same effect. And it's got a much nicer outline. Font size I want to be smaller, like 24 I think I said. Jesus, what are you doing? Let's try that. Okay. White. Okay, the outline goes into the text. Make it bold. That looks better. Wow, it's got all kinds of options. Like I could have a scrolling rectangle. That's a little crazy though. That's fine. So maybe a little smaller. Looks like it could work. Okay. So my question for Text Mesh Pro, if I go down, are you going to scale with? You are. Good for you. Okay. So that's pretty good. I'm even going to go so far as to not delete this guy, but just rename it to text bold. And then this one will be my main squeeze. And I gotta do some recoding, I'm sure. I've already figured this out once before, so let me just look. God, just converge into one friggin' thing. Oh man, God, that's annoying. So errors, you go in here, inside of here. You go in here also. The fuck, man. Sorta. Just. Oh god. That's fucking annoying. Just consolidate in one place. Fuck you. It's terrible. Okay. TM Pro. Oh, is it backwards compatible? No change needed? Really? Okay. Let's just try it. Let's just try it. It'd be pretty cool if it worked right away. Be really cool. Last time I got in a pinch, I didn't like the standard text mesh. I just swapped it out for Text Mesh Pro, and it did just kind of swap in and be awesome right away. So I've got some faith in this asset, TM Pro. It's done well by me in the past. It is built into Unity too. I think it's another one of those third parties that did so well with their asset that became so popular that Unity said, okay, let's make it official. Alright, so there it's showing the original text. So I don't think it's actually it's just showing the original text. But it looks really clear and nice, and that's worth something. Okay. Just gotta figure out how to set the text. It should be clearing this too. Like it should have just hidden that from view. So if I hide this here, I really expect it to disappear. It did. That should be the same thing as this other code I have. I wonder, did I run old code? I don't think I ran old code. I might have. I might have ran old code. Let me set breakpoints here and here. Also the console. Yeah, this is failing. $94. No, 94. It was 24. Okay, it was 24. That was fail. So if I just go like this. Yup. I think it's meant to be backwards compatible. Okay. So run this in the debugger. Waiting for the Unity build. Come on, where you at? Where you at? Where's the Unity build? Did you already happen? I doubt it. Did the build work? Is it debugging? Yeah, it's debugging. Okay, here we go. I think I'm pretty close here. If I can see the text update with colors, I will declare victory. And there's no other bugs. Oh, and also I have to go up to the top floor and check that it still looks good up there too. If those 4 things are true, I will announce victory. Okay. So, did I get a text go? I did. Did I get a text object? I did. I did not. I did not get it. Oh, I know why. I know why. I know why. I know why. Okay. Such slowness. Such slowness. Such slowness. I just want it to stop. I just want it to stop. 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 I just want to Alt-Tab over. And I want you to appear on the screen. Go ahead. And then let me stop you. Let me stop you right there. Okay, so the component that I added was not a Text Mesh Pro. It was, see in a moment, as soon as Unity will get done doing things. It was a Text Mesh Pro UGUI. That one. So, if I do this, everything is still looking compile ready. Okay. What? No. When I was clicking stop the last time, I accidentally hit play. One more time, I hit it 2 times, and it started up another play on me. So painful. Now I'm waiting for it to stop, so I can fucking build and hit play again. Go ahead and stop anytime you want, Unity. Alright. It's extra annoying when I know I'm just like so close to being done. Okay. Did my play. I'm waiting for it to start, waiting for it to start, waiting for it to start, waiting. Come on. Let's do it. Okay, that one will work. The next one worked. It occurs to me I don't need to get this anymore. Okay, that succeeded. It's probably going to work. Yeah, it set the text, it set the color. Okay, it's changing the text. I lost my weird lighting, and it went to the other kind of lighting. I don't understand lighting very well, but I guess this is gonna work. remember right, this is the lighting that it shows while it's still in the middle of calculating a light map. Alright, here's the text on top of a very bright background, and it looks fantastic. Tex-Mex food is great. Text Mesh Pro is incredible. I owe my happiness to Tex-Mex Food and Tex Mesh Pro. This is a victory dance performed by a character within my game, because we have working subtitles with no known bugs. It will be the basis of communication with people that don't speak English or want to play the game inside of a Starbucks and they don't have headphones, or people that are just stubborn and don't trust themselves to listen to game audio and get information effectively. But it will be there. Alright, this is an awesome time to end, right here, right after a victory point. And if you're watching this, I don't think you're watching it live, because I don't have much going on right here live, except a bot joined in and kind of messed with me a little bit. So I think you're watching this on a recording, and a great thing to do sometime if you feel like it, if it's your thing, is join me for one of my sessions, Monday through Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. That's in the Pacific Standard Time. On Sunday, I do something like this, but no coding, in the afternoon of Sunday, about 3 o'clock. Almost always exactly 3 o'clock, actually. Pacific Standard Time again. And, yeah, so anyways, I'll talk to y'all later. Or I won't, or I'll see you, or I won't. But you will continue to exist, and no, you might not. You might not. I was trying to say the most general thing that's definitely true, and I even failed at that. I hope you continue to exist. I think you probably will. I wish you luck with that. Bye.